It's trying to go live, but this is, I don't know what the heck's going on here. Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Sue of Parental World Knowledge. I don't see any video, so I don't know what's happening. It says we're live, but there's no picture. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Here we're live again. All right. Well, I welcome everybody. This is Barbara Sue of Parental World Knowledge, the founder and owner. I'm also the president, artist, Barbara Sue Fine Art Studio. I'm sorry it took so long to get on. I don't know what was going on today, maybe because of the weather, but we're finally on, and I thank everyone for watching us, and if you referred people, we are very grateful also. And we're going to be doing more watercolor painting. I hope you have your canvas material. I hope it didn't go off now. It's off again. Oh no. Well, I hope you have your canvas on a pad, and I hope it goes back on our video. But this is the material, just like what canvas that has a reinforced wood sides is, and it absorbs the paint better for watercolor. In addition, you need watercolor paint that is not toxic, and it doesn't have usually white in it, so you need to get a liquid white. I have a tube of liquid white. In addition, you're going to need to have a good artist sponge, and you're going to need a good artist eraser, and you really should have also pencils. It doesn't have to be artist pencils, but color pencils so that you can make it 3D when everything's dry, and several size artist brushes. I hope the picture's coming back on. I don't know what's happening. I see that broadcast is still live, so I'm hoping that will come back on. But I see my picture there, but that's about it. I don't see you seeing me paint. That's the problem. Well, we'll give it a few minutes at off. I have no idea why that is happening. This is very strange. Oh, there we go. We're back on. I don't give up. Oh, and by the way, P&G gave me a normal gas bill this month. I just found out today. And it must have been their meter, because we didn't do much to change anything, and all of a sudden it's a normal bill right after they changed the meter. So that's why we're able to be back on, because you know I check online. They have to take it to an independent place to check, you know, their meter was broken. Obviously it was, because we didn't do much different. There's a big dramatic difference from, my son checked the bill. I don't really know exactly how much it was, because it's what our bill is. So the bill is usually under 200, so I don't know. Thank you so much. They put the meter in, that was their choice on outside. I never had that kind of bill until they did that. And it must have been a faulty meter and gave us such a high reading. Oh, brother. Just what I didn't need. Well, I hope and pray that you don't experience that. The weather is just really just pouring here in West Orange, New Jersey. I wouldn't advise people to go out in this weather unless you really have to. And it's so windy and cold to boot, too. You know, the way this weather is, I mean, people can get, you know, quite ill, especially if you have allergies, which I have. So, I mean, I would just suggest, if you don't have to, don't go out. I mean, I had to because I have a puppy. He won't go out in the rain unless I walk him. In the snow, he'll go. He won't go out in the rain. So I took my umbrella and get wet. But, you know, it's still very inclement weather, and if you have allergies, it's not the best to be out in. So I suggest, you know, if you don't have a puppy, and just hopefully, you know, your puppy will go out without you if you do, for the rain. I mean, I have a small puppy, so my puppy doesn't want. A big difference that they are very afraid of rain. My mid-size and medium dog or large dog never had a problem. Because I've had collies, German shepherds, never had a problem. And even one Irish setter. They all went out in the rain. So, if you have it in your heart to have a pet, just keep in mind, get a little larger one if you don't want to be walking, especially as a senior citizen, in the rain. But I love my puppy. I love him very much. Platinos is his name. He's resting. He was going out all day and had us fill with the rain out there. He didn't always stay under the umbrella. I tried to get him to stay under the umbrella. And he, as scared as he was, he stepped out from under the umbrella. Oh, I can't figure that out. Well, all I can say, I'm thankful that, you know, we didn't have thunder and lightning like yesterday. We had, oh my gosh, such thunder and lightning. And when we had that, I had to bring him in and then keep him in his cage. You have to have a training cage when you have a puppy today. But I realize now, because, well, this is an island puppy, first of all, and I've said this before. So if you have a smaller dog too. Now I know, definitely, you're going to have more problems. And a little bit more finicky with the weather and all that. So, you need to have the training cage. Because if they're too afraid to go out with that weather, they're going to have to go inside the training cage, put paper down. I was praying the last time on our anniversary show on the 1st of April that we get a sponsor, and all of a sudden someone contacts me, and I just hope and pray that they do sponsor us. Seems like a wonderful business person, and I'd be more than happy to give constant promotion of any wonderful business person. And I just hope, we'll see what happens. I did write them exactly what I had in mind. That's what I'm stating to you. So what we need is some more equipment. I want to start doing some cooking segments. Still do art, but I'd like to include also cooking. Art is always our prime thing that we want to do, but I want to put some cooking segments in the kitchen, and I can't do it without a remote camera. I need a new laptop. So I hope that we do get sponsors, and more than happy to be very grateful. So, sponsorship doesn't mean that you just sponsor us and we do nothing else. We will definitely constantly praise and a good, legitimate business, definitely. And I just hope that they do, because I want to also eventually start the college fund. I hope that, right now I'm just concerned that we need the camera. I like to do the cooking segments. And I have so many great recipes. I came up with something new the other day, and I put it on all the social media. I made rice cream, and it is so delicious. I made mango and vanilla rice cream, my own recipe, and it was very yummy. We just couldn't stop eating it in our household. And it's not a lot of sugar. It's healthy for everyone. So if you like to have ice cream and you scream ice cream for ice cream, you'll be screaming more for this rice cream. Trust me. This was yummy. And so it's delicious. It's healthy for you because we put, healthy ingredients in. I didn't put regular sugar, and I put a low-fat 1% milk. So I didn't put anything, too fattening in it, and it was absolutely delicious. It tasted sweet enough you wouldn't know. I mean, even, I've had regular ice cream, and I mean, I definitely know, what that tastes like. And this definitely was as delicious and better. And not all the fattening calories and not as healthy, the regular ice cream. Ours is, very, very good, delicious, and healthy. And I can't believe, too, that I bought an ice cream maker, so that's how I was able to make it. But I can't believe the cost, too, the factor of what I was spending for the ice cream. I can't afford that anymore. So that's why we went and bought it, the machine. It has gone up, the cost. It's crazy. And every, place differs. I mean, every store, so, but the pricing is so outrageous for a little box of ice cream. And even when you get it on sale, it's still too much money. So I can make it with my ingredients. I had the milk. I always have milk. So, and we keep fresh frozen fruit. And it's very inexpensive. I can get a whole package of organic fruit for $1. So, I mean, if you're spending for a little teeny box, it can be, depending on what you're, where you're getting it, but it could be $6 to $8. I mean, it's just crazy. And then if I do get it on sale, sometimes you get it for about $4. But even so, it's too much money. You get it half price, but it had 3 containers full. So as opposed to getting one little box. So for so little that I used, it makes sense. Buy your own ingredients and buy your ice cream maker and make it. And it took 20 minutes. 20 minutes only. So you can see it on LinkedIn, the recipe. Again, I have it on all social media, Facebook, I have it on Twitter. So I really like to do a fundraiser too when we get the camera for cooking. We make a cooking segment where we have families in and they're doing the fundraiser. Donate to us in order to have a day of learning expert cooking. Like if you haven't made ice cream, you want to learn to make great cookies. We have the best recipes. And mine are quick and easy. Mine are not. The things that I do usually are very quick and easy. They're not difficult. But the best times I remember was cooking with my son, baking and doing that when he was young. So, I mean, that is something everybody should want to do. To learn how to do that so that you can have the joy with your children. Well, with this, I hope that everybody, you did have a line drawing and you're painting along with me. But if you didn't, you can just do a line drawing of anything. It could be still life. You can do, fruit. Say it's an orange. Just do the outline of the orange and the stems. You don't have to do every dot on the orange. You'll paint that in. And do what you like. Don't be painting what I'm painting. And do your light colors and then your dark colors. And just enjoy. My late mother, I said it before, said just enjoy what you're doing. Don't worry about it being perfect. And that will come out the best. If you keep doing things and worrying about what everybody is thinking, it's not going to come out right. I'm going to put the camera down a little bit more. But, you got to think that you are going to just have fun and not think about, gee, I'm not doing this as well as I thought I would. Don't say that. Just will want to buy a photograph, yes, but they're not, when it comes to art, they're not going to want to buy something that looks just like a photo. They're not going to spend all that money on your artwork when they can get it much cheaper to buy a photograph. So get that notion out of your head. It has to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. And as we go along, we learn more and it gets better. And the thing is, people like to see your early work. It's worth more. So even if you make mistakes and you become later famous, they're going to want to see your early work. It's okay. They'll pay more for your early work. To see the transition of how great you became as an artist, it's worth it to them. Now, I personally, I don't think I'd want to buy someone's early work. I'm an artist. I have a different way of looking at things. But this is how people look at it. They want to see your early work. It's worth more. To them, they like to see that transition of how you became the artist that you are. So look at it that way. Your flaws, that's good. The people are going to want to buy it when you become famous later. And it is possible. There's great artists started later in life. Grandma Moses. And then she did. So she was a self-taught artist and later in life started, and that's it. So it can happen for everybody. You just have to enjoy, and that's what Grandma Moses did. She enjoyed her work. That's how it came out to be so great. So we have to remember, look up the great artists and see, not everyone was to perfection. The masters weren't to perfection at first. You have to look this up and see their early works. To me, I'm not interested in the early works of the artists. I just learned that rule. Do not worry about how it looks, my mom said. Just think about having fun. And that's what I did. That was her rule in the house, not to worry. And I didn't. I just enjoyed. And it stayed with me all my life, that I just enjoyed. I didn't care what people thought. If they like it, they like it. They don't, they don't. The great thing too with watercolor, you can correct what you do. You can make mistakes because you're layering, and you layer so. I've never did large buildings, so I know, I can see that it's going to need many more layers. But several layers usually for any painting that's watercolor. So you're going to go over and over until it gets to be just putting more layers. So it's not something to be worried about. And the reason people are worried because they don't know to do so many layers, and then they're just left with a mess of a painting. If they realize that they should have did more layers, most people don't realize for watercolor because it's not taught enough in our public school systems and even the college level. It's not taught enough. The proper way of doing a watercolor. So really, if you learn the proper way of doing a watercolor, then you're going to be able to correct anything that you do. So you should be nervous when they do the watercolor. They come to us, and I have to keep mentioning to them to just enjoy and think about that. You are talented in art. I complimented them. I saw their work they brought, and you just can't be letting it get to you. This is, definitely something that you can learn properly. If you have a master's degree in art, you're great in work. So you really just have to just relax and not work. Because just enjoy yourself, and you will be able to do to the same level of what your acrylics and oils are like. Now I'm going to make some brown, I'm squeezing the bottom of the tube like toothpaste, and then always cover your paint again so it doesn't dry out. And then I'm going to rinse my brush and just put brown, because I'm making beige. So brown and white mixed beige. If you don't know how to mix colors, come to us. It's a free lesson on the air as long as you're 18 or more. We'll teach you that. And if you rather have a private lesson, you can also call. Again, I'm the president of Artist Barbara Elsie Fine Art Studio. All this entire month in April, it's a free lesson. There's no gimmick. You don't have to sign up for anything. So you can get a private lesson if you're up to age 26. So I hope that people will take advantage of that free lesson. We're in West Orange, New Jersey. That's 973-736-1637. 973-736-1637. And we're always free to the military anytime. You can come and get a free lesson. So please keep that in mind. Any veterans, please, give us a call. It doesn't have to be just April. You can anytime come for a free lesson. You always get one free lesson, any veteran. And if you want to come in April too, you can come for that too. And that would be another lesson because it's any, age up to 26. And anyone I don't have enough staff to be doing that. So I can't even believe my puppy is still sleeping. Poor thing. He's worn out. We got up early this morning. And we were going out all day, and it was hard fighting that weather. I mean, it's just so windy, and he's out there and beating down on a little puppy. It's difficult knocking him out. That wind is very, very strong. We've never had wind that strong. In fact, I started putting clear plastic bags with my this plastic bags because they won't take it away if I put it in a regular one. So I have to put it in a see-through one because the garbage cans are blowing over and then the garbage is going all over. So I had to go and buy those see-through bags, and I would suggest anyone pick up, garbage on your lawn, your driveway. So I just felt, the way the wind is, it's so smart. And so far, the cans fell over, and I didn't have any mess because the bags were holding all the paper things and cardboard, whatever it was, plastic. So I don't have to worry. And you get them, you go to Big Lots or any discount place and get the bags. You don't have to spend a fortune. But it makes more sense. I am not going to go picking up things. It is too difficult for me to be doing all that bending. I can't do it. I'm just, it makes more sense just to put it in there, nice and neat. And even the garbage men. I mean, I have very good garbage men, but it's difficult. You know, sometimes I have it filled up to the top, and they're in a hurry and things could fall out too. So for, you know, saving time and money, because, you know, just wasting my time picking up all those garbage things. I don't have the time to do it. And I like it to look nice. And I have my puppy going out there. I don't want to go in with, you know, garbage. I can't believe we never had high wind like this. This is the first time in my entire life ever seeing it like this. It's like mini hurricanes, you know, happening. The wind is just so high, and I can't stand out there. I only, you know, when it was raining, but I did not stand out there when it was very high wind. I had my puppy go out by himself. He doesn't mind going with the wind. It's just the rain part. Now, I just hold the chain at the door and let him go out, because I can't take it. I cannot take it. It's too cold for me. It could be even a 70-degree day, but when it is so windy, it feels like it's 40. It's just blowing and blowing and blowing. So I had my coat, my liner, and my very heavy scarf and hat. I suggest, you know, anybody that has to walk their dog, that even if it was 70 degrees and it's blowing like that, you still have to wear a coat. You can get sick, especially your senior citizen. You can get sick. Like my neighbor, he came out, he's wearing shorts, and I go, it is so windy, and he's a senior citizen. So he went back in the house and he put on his pants and he put on a coat. He didn't realize, you know, just because it's 70, it says 70, you know, you figure, gee, it's going to be wonderful. But it's very windy. If you keep hearing a beeping, Verizon said that they would send somebody, this is now 2 weeks, to change the battery. You know, you should, you know, notice if your battery is, if you hear it beeping from your Verizon phone, because they changed their system, and, you know, call them immediately. I called them 2 weeks ago. They said they're going to send somebody. Still haven't sent somebody. I hope my phone system doesn't die. I won't be able to use my phone. I have a nice answering service. And I just hope that doesn't happen. But they said they're going to send somebody, and I'm so disappointed. I don't know what's going on. So I kept my plug-in phone, which I didn't want to do, but I kept my plug-in phone because, you know, it's electric and it's costing more for electric. And I was trying to keep things costs down, but I kept it plugged in because I'm fearful that my other phone is going to die from Verizon. You know, it's supposed to be on a battery now, their phone system. And I just can't understand why they battery. What? So, if you did change with Verizon, they contacted us to make that change. And if you did change to their new phone system, which is on battery, and you see a red light and you're hearing beeping, that means you need to put a new battery. You need to call them. So just letting everybody know. And I pray they come to you faster. Not coming to us in West Orange, New Jersey. I don't know. Maybe our area had a lot of people call, I guess. Fee for public relations, and then they were going to film it, so I had to pay for that too, and I just couldn't afford it, so I passed on it. But I would like to speak at other colleges within my tri-state area. I can do it for free, and it would be on health food. So I really would like to have a speaking engagement at another wonderful university. And if it's a available date for my son, because he does work full-time as an architect, he would also come. And it's just really a shame that I couldn't. I wanted to do it on health food, and that would have been an excellent topic. But I'm honored, very honored. I would have been so honored to speak at Harvard. Such a distinguished school. In the future too. I would really enjoy to be able to do that. This just came on my screen. I hope that gets off. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know what was blocking my screen there. didn't push anything, and just something started coming up. Well, I just want to say a miraculous healing prayer for everyone in the world. I pray that there's peace. I pray that there's good spirit, good health, good strength, and amen. God heals 100%. I just say the prayer, and I hope that everybody will say that prayer to God, and God will, like I said, 100% does the healing. I just say the prayer. And as far as I just, there's so many things happening, earthquakes and killings, and there's, so much unsettlement throughout the world. I just say, so dismal. And especially I've been hearing that in Nigeria and Africa, they're killing young children. Oh my gosh, that is just horrible. There's terrorist groups and they're going around killing. And it's just, I can't believe this, what's happening in our world. So I'm saying a prayer, miraculous healing prayer, that things will be stopped, that they will stop doing this. There's so many wonderful, kind, good children in Africa. And they're very, very intelligent people. So I'm just praying that this stops. How can they be doing this to children? So, let's all say a prayer for them too. Please say a prayer. I'm doing my prayer, but the world also, in harmony together, we all can make more strides. That's how I feel. So I thank you for watching, and I hope that everybody has a good night. We're going to be back, since we didn't get a whopping bill this month from PSE&G, and I still didn't get back the money, and they overbilled us. Give me a break. The woman said I had to pay the bill, otherwise they're not going to send a meter guy out. So I had no choice. I had to pay the bill. And I also thought, and I apologize for that, my son thought that it cost even more so than what he anticipated. He was, I guess, so busy working overtime with his boss and then doing things in our house. He thought we had to pay like another percentage more so by making lower payments. So I paid the whole thing in full. But I can't believe, that they double billed us on top of everything else. But we got that check back. So it's a miracle that I'm able to be here because of what they were billing us. And I hope that nobody goes through that. I hope that, especially senior citizens, I hope you don't have these very high bills. And you can get a set price, which, now we didn't get back the meter reading and all that. But I definitely want to find out what's going on here. I definitely, I believe it was the meter, definitely. How could we didn't change anything that much. How could it have gone from less than $200 to $920 something? Well, at any rate, I hope nobody goes through that. We're here. We're able to stay. God willing, I'm going to keep hanging in there. And, I'm doing anything I can to keep my show going. I even gave up meat, which is hard for me to do, very hard, and it's still cold weather. I anticipated doing that in another month from now when it was warmer weather, but I did that. I just want to do this show. That's how much you mean to me, to be able to come and teach you art and teach you cooking and all the good things and tips and helping the world. So just know I love every one of you, and you take care and have a great night. Bye now. My broadcast didn't